Okay, guys, so we're gonna do one long run with this, or we'll see, because the game has said like, listen, Jam, we're not gonna get you past 18 to 50. And I've noticed a pattern with the Inteleon team, because we get there and then just a ridiculous. If you remember each live, because it feels like it's one long live if you saw them all, but it just be a ridiculous series of nonsense. So the first time we use this team, straight wins, which is the same with the Inteleon team. We get up to 1850. Okay, let's cruise to the 1900s. Then some ridiculous shit that you truly can't make up. If you saw yesterday, you're like, bro. But I'll just play each game one at a time, because we have a lot of ground to gain. Sure, I'm getting the lessons, but yeah, I'm essentially using 4 mons, and I don't have a lot of wiggle room for luck. Pex and Corv and Garg does its best, but I have a lot of luck wiggle room. So in this, I'm looking at Terra Water Garg almost certainly. I could technically just lead it. I need him to terrorize something other than his Dondozo so that I can Saw Cure that. If it terrors into something else, then the Dozo is a little annoying. Pex is very problematic. My Typhlosion Terra-Fired probably can 2k his entire team. Depending on the Dozo set, I suppose. Tusk is good, but not necessary in the sense that I'm probably going to be staring down his Garchomp. I could get a lot of mileage out of this Garg though. I'm not going to force the Terra that early. Can't spin block, so I suppose I don't need to be super concerned about it. Yeah, what I'll do is let his Chomp do his thing. So, Earthquake. I'm going to Terra Water turn 1. I knew he's going to Stealth Rock, but what I can do is just, interesting. I guess Swords Dance is becoming a thing. Is this that Swords Dance Dragon Tail bullshit that I faced? Well, we'll find out. It has leftovers. It's Iron Defense. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 Hopefully I live with enough health to take Rough Skin. Okay. That was big because I got rid of rocks. Yeah, so no rocks. Yay! So that game is a problem now because my Corviknight was supposed to handle it. I don't know why he went Dozo. It's a bad play. Watch him stand. Okay. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Should go Gambit. Gambit takes at least some damage. It goes Cinderace. Okay. Cinderace, the Toxapex counter. So he's getting a more and more what's it callable? I'm gonna actually surf. There's no reason not to surf here. If Corviknight comes back in, which should be the case, we can reposition Garg U-turns, but there's nothing he can bring in on Garganical. That's why I Terra Watered it early. Right, and it's slower than my Garg, which is good. So obviously, you know, things like Nuzzle could occur, things like that. Tie is important. Just debating whether or not whether he Nuzzle or Psychic. Because I know they're kind and they like to just click. Size Shock probably wouldn't kill me. +2 Flamethrower. Yeah, I'm willing to give this up. This should bring me in Blaze, whatever he goes for. Okay, it's stored power, which is not great for us. Knock off of Earthquake be better. No health back. And this all stemmed from the Corviknight. But I'm not gonna give up. It's far from over. Knock. Earthquake does probably what, 40 something. You'll get a ton back. Thinking no recovery whatsoever versus. Yeah, I'm gonna knock. You'll get some health back with Drilling Kiss. But yeah, 28%. And then it's gonna be Garg versus the World. He hasn't terrored yet, but I need my Pex. I don't know Pex. No way Pex is killing from 28%. So Lava Plume here. Yeah, I figured I might live. Let me see. Salt Cure should kill him. Okay. I figured I might live. That was a big survival. Because this position's... I don't know why he went Cinderace. It was a misplay. Yeah. Very bad play there. Very bad play. I could have cursed again, but there's no need. I only need +1. So I'm guessing the Dozo is gonna Terra, which will. This is why my Pex is so important, right? Pex is very important for this very reason. What's it leftover? Salt Care. Liquidation is doing 4%. So it's Fairy, and I get to get Rocks up. Well, yeah, I can get Rocks up versus this Dozo once it heals. Liquidation is not doing any damage. It's doing essentially the equivalent of leftovers. He's actually doing less than leftovers. Defense drops don't matter. Well, it matters in the sense that I'm no longer boosted for the Gambit. And I can stall out his liquidations too. So he rests, which is what I expected. He shouldn't be using any Sleep Talks, right? And so now it's Corviknight, but it has Brave Bird, which is why my Torkoal can't come in. So we're gonna be playing a style game. Which infestations do I have? So Roosts. I'm trying to avoid salt curing anything that's not. You might double to Gambit here, but it's too risky if I curse. Let's burn one turn of sleep. Obviously he doesn't want my so let me see. Corviknight. Reposition. Dozo's gonna rest again. Pokémon. Oh man, this is super funny to me. It's hilarious. Okay, he's doing some dumb shit. Those can curse. So it's liquidation. Okay, good to know. Yeah, he's doing some dumb shit. So I'll recover the first turn because I need to make sure that I'm 1000% prepared for that gambit. At all times, at every moment. See how much this is doing. See that 43, 18, 68 plus the Brave Birds. So Gambit comes in, has to take a hit. Swords Dances, yeah. I mean, I couldn't avoid this outcome. I figured this would occur. Which is why I said I needed my Corviknight and Great Tusk and things of that nature. Because Corviknight not dying means Great Tusk doesn't take the hit from Garchomp. Which I think I've noticed some people missing these lives. Last one with Pex getting crit. Pex getting crit from the Golduck. Chain reaction, a completely different game. Because his Golduck being dead and my Toxapex being alive is a night and day game. Because then I had to go Torkoal, then switch around, take out. None of that would have happened. And my Pex would have matched up versus whatever he'd have to go to. It's a night and day game. So similarly, Corviknight doesn't get crit there. Night and day game. It's not just Corviknight's go and Garchomp's like, no. So I'd have to pray that I survive this, which is not impossible. The Iron Head, please, for the love of fucking... You truly cannot make this shit up, bros. You truly cannot make this shit up. I don't know what kind of fucking game. Thank God I didn't forfeit. Because I was about to forfeit there. I was like, alright, bro. So this Gambit did not have Katao. It's probably Terra Fairy, but why would you run Iron Head Terra Fairy? I know you had Sucker, but he probably was afraid that I wouldn't use Recover there because I saw Iron Head. But truth be told, that's probably the better play. I just didn't think there was a possibility where there's a Gambit on Earth that does not have fucking a Dark Stab, you know. So ideally, I want him to curse. I want him to wake up and curse here. As I go to Torkoal, because that will allow my Torkoal to outspeed his Dondozo. And then I can, oh man. Right, guys, do I really do this or do I really do this? So now that he's cursed, he's slower than my Torkoal, which allows me to get up rocks. And now I can go to Toxapex. No, I'm not going to Pex yet. I'm actually going to probably have to stall out my own son to really take advantage of it, but that's fine. Because at any time I can go to Toxapex, so his liquidation curses are irrelevant. We can just Earthquake here. Some damage. He just does what he does. He's gonna eventually have to rest. Yep. Well, I guess I have a ton of sun turns. But what I can do is just pivot back to Garg. And his Corviknight. He's at 62. Oh yeah, defog on it. Funny stuff. That still works out though. I gotta be mindful of my salt cures though. But Pex is king. Pex is what I need. So let me think. Infestation. Yeah, now. How many surfs? Yes, how many roosts? He's doing. I gotta time the roosts well. Surf, I have 7 surfs left. Let's see how much Brave Bird plus. So he's at 76, loses 7% per Brave Bird, 19%. So it went from 76 to 44. Again, I gotta time the surfs well, because I can't damage this Corviknight otherwise. It's 20%. Oh, the infestation wore off. Okay. Which is fine. So how many roosts? He has 3 roosts. Again, I gotta time this to precision. To precision. He has 3 roosts left. How many rests does he have left? He has 5 rests, so he can run out of rests too. Problem is that he can boost enough to where he can 1v1 me. So I need to get Pex in. He's gonna rest here. And back to infestation we go. And I can use his own Brave Bird recoil to force him to heal. I have 5 surfs. Yeah. Because eventually 7% plus. 45%. 26. Yeah, okay. So I forced him to roost there. So he has 2 roosts left. Okay. I gotta be mindful. I was gonna say guard could get crit. Gotta be mindful of that. I don't need the Salt Cure anymore, because Dozo losing health is irrelevant. I just need to switch Infestation to Corviknight. Force 1 more roost. Gotta time my surfs well. They should roost again here. Armin should Brave Bird again. Okay, he doesn't want to use up his Brave Birds. I have to time my infestation well too, because I need to trap his Dozo. So obviously he has to go for Roost this turn, which he doesn't want to do. So I'll Acid Spray. Yeah, so he has 1 left. 1 more Roost left, and I have 4 surfs. There's no point in using the infestation this turn. The defogs, wisely so. Can't stand this turn. I can Salt Cure this turn, because that will gobble up one of his roosts. And even if he doubles to Corvi, it won't matter. Yeah. So I get to get 1 more infestation. He leaves a Dozo and to protect. He has protect. So he doesn't have Sleep Talk. Wait, did he Sleep Talk? No, he never Sleep Talked. Okay. So we have to surf here. I have 3 surfs left, so now we can Acid Spray. Because either way, you gotta use up the Roost. Sludge Bomb this turn. Because if you switch, I go for Infestation again. Gotta time these infestations, so I got 11 Acid Sprays. Okay, there's that final Roost. Excelente. My surfs don't matter. I gotta that was a bad surf there, because the infestation turns, I wasn't counting them. I need to make sure he's free from infestation again. So I can reuse it here. So 56%. He's at 56%. Infestation won't matter unless his Dozo. I have to trap his Dozo. Defog has 12. Let me see, 56%, 19. 19. Yeah. Oh wow, that was a misplay. Of course he's gonna try to go Dozo. I don't think it'll end up mattering. Because the infestation is too much and the surf doesn't get PP stalled, but I should have thought about that. But I have to time my infestations well, so I don't know. Oh, right. I'm so bad. I completely blanked on the U-turn again. But as I said, infestation. Well, actually, no. I need to be careful about my PP. I should have predicted the Dozo switch there. Like, that was actually a very rookie play. That was, like, super sloppy. Because now I can sludge bomb. But, you know, it's the same thing isn't going to work a million times, obviously. And he has... I just sludge bomb on his rest or protect. Should be faster. Oh right, because I used up all my infestations. His Dozo can come in. Wow, I might have just thrown. I can't believe I might have just thrown because its Corviknight has lefties. And he can infinitely U-turn and roost. Yeah. And Dozo 1v1's my fucking Garganical. Oh my god, I just threw. Oh, okay, never mind. I threw though. I didn't play that well. That was actually, I'm really glad I was in that situation because I didn't think that through critically. Because I'm thinking, okay, well, but I didn't think about how he could win. Meaning the Corviknight, I'm thinking, okay, well, the infestation, yeah, I played that really shittily at the end to almost throw the game. Okay, because I've never been in a situation like that before. So in a situation like that, there's no excuse there. I just thought I won and didn't consider how I could lose, which is a rookie mistake. Very, very, very rookie mistake. Because right there, I don't know, especially because he did it twice in a row. Like, I'm like, just sludge bomb, Jam. Like, what do you have to lose? Yeah, like, sorry about that, guys. I hate making sloppy plays that are like obvious as fuck in the hindsight of the moment. But yeah, no excuses. I just improve and move forward. Yeah, that's my first ever sequence with AV Pex. So I'm still learning through practical means how it functions. But yeah, so very dangerous team on my opponent's end. I want the Sandy Shocks gone, Prontinado, because it threatens my Garganical the most, and I need to know if it's Trick Goldango. But other than that, I can probably Curse Sweep. So I'm actually tempted to just lead Typhlosion, but we've seen some random Thunder Goldangos, so I don't want to throw that out there. Corviknight should be fine versus most things, but really Garg and potential Bulk Up Tusk are king here. Bulk Up Tusk to a lesser extent, but I'm very tempted. The reason I'm not going to Typhlosion is if he's Booster Shocks. We've been in the sequence yesterday, right? Where, okay, so this guy Volt switches instead. Never mind. So AV Pex on his end. Since he has more health than I, it wouldn't be in my best interest to play this out. I could Garg and Terra Water, which just Volt Switch. I mean, this might not be Rock Sandy Shocks though. Because it also would matter whose Pex is faster too, right? Yeah, I'll do his Corviknight. Okay. Actually, I think the opponent did the exact same thing yesterday. And then went for rocks, I believe. Spikes. But this one has Volt Switch, so it changes things a bit. I don't know if I 1v1 this. Probably not. If the infestation is back and I take the damage. And then he has the acid spray and what's my alternative? Okay. His shocks is a lot more problematic than I expected because this one has volt switch. So I'll have to play this game differently. My initial plan was a different one than what it's gonna have to be now. Sandy Shocks is a very bad matchup for me. Very, very bad matchup. Okay, so let's say I go Garg. I Terra Waters. Yeah, I'll have to play this game very differently. Excellent. Sandy Shocks comes in now. What I'm gonna end up doing is is the EQ better? Is EQ better, recover better? Recover is better. It's Tusk. I didn't expect Tusk, but it works. My leftovers on my Tusk versus his bulk up Tusk though, which can destroy him. My bulk up Tusk is really, really problematic. I'm willing to let Corviknights lose this item. It's not usually how I play it, but yeah, Sandy Shocks is a huge problem for me. Wow, this is a tough ass game. Like what I'm doing is processing all the possible sequences. Let me say them out loud so that you guys can understand what I'm thinking whenever I just utter, man, this is tough. So what I was thinking here is, okay, say Shocks slash Cinderace comes in, and let's say I pivot to Typhlosion here on his Shocks. One, this Tusk could have rocks. Actually, it's right here. Yeah, I figured it was rocks Tusk. What's gonna end up happening is that, yeah, what's gonna end up happening is, because this is gonna go for U-turn. But what's gonna end up happening is one of my spinners are gonna bait in his Goldengo, and if that goes, then we're open for business when it comes to Garganico slash Corviknight, depending on what the Goldengo is. The Garg is relatively obvious here. Cinderace U-turning has very little downside since he's thinking, well, I can just pivot into Shocks. So as much as I really don't want this burnt for his Dragonite though. Man, this is a fucking hard game. But this looks crazy, but I'm actually end up gonna go with Typhlosion here. It's the only thing that solves both problems at once. It can't allow Shocks to come in. Yeah, excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. So what this does is obviously allows for me to... Oh, he didn't end up going to Goldengo. So I could have spun there. Very interesting. The Air Balloon Goldengo. Okay. Okay. Him not switching with his Cinderace was big. I expected him to, for sure. Sandy Shocks can only KO me with Terra Fairy, which, okay, I forced the Terra. My Tusk being gone isn't the end of the world. So it's Volt Switch though. It's Volt Switch Earth Power, which means Garganico can't get T-bolted. That's big. So, hard game. As I said, Sandy Shocks is a horrible matchup for me, but far from over. Far from over. Because he can only, well, he can go for Volt Switch here. What I want to do is Infestation his Pex. Let me think. Yeah, this actually is the moment of truth. What I'm going to do is go Torkoal. He's going to Infestation, and then he's going to have to go to Goldengo. But if I Rocks... Yeah, I don't kill it though. I don't need to. Well, I do. Corviknight's really good versus his team too. Because again, Sandy Shocks can only Sandy Shock now no longer can switch into Brave Bird, and it can only go for Volt Switch. So my Garg is really king here. Garg, once my Garg Terras. So yeah, Sandy, the Goldengo is gone, which opens up Corviknight a little bit. So Sandy Shocks comes in with the plus special attack. So Typhlosion is gonna have a field day here. So your Earth powers strength. Yeah, Typhlosion, Blaze boosted Flamethrower should still hurt the Pex quite a bit. Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Actually, so I want the positioning of Garg. This is where it's gonna come down to real strats, because I know Tusk is coming in. What's my worst case scenario? It's actually better to curse first. All right, he has one turn of Sun. Shit. Shit. The one turn of Sun. So I should have. Fuck, I forgot about my own Sun. Shit. All right. Okay. I forgot about my own Sun. That's really shit. Okay. So Tusk would knock. Like if he's not careful, he will get swept by this too. Since the Sandy Shocks can only Iron Defense, that's what I'm banking on. So Cinderace is in. Cinderace has to Flamethrower. I mean, has to Will-O-Wisp, but I can't risk him U-turning there. That's how I guarantee the loss. So I figured he's gonna Will-O-Wisp. Wanted the Garg, but Garg's positioning is immaculate, right? And he's trying to avoid my Garg being last mon. The problem is Sandy Shocks can't. He actually sacked the Cinderace. That was a good play. The problem is he can only Volt Switch, and everything that he Volt Switches into doesn't match up well versus Garg. So yeah, the Sandy Shocks is a horrible matchup, but it's not over yet. Okay, good play with the Sandy Shocks there. Good play. Problem is if he doesn't Volt Switch kill me. Yeah, but good play there. Very good play. So you can get the maximal output on the Tusk. Won't knock me out, but whoo, fucking Garganical is king. So he has to pick between Curse. I have to recover here in case he doubles to Sandy Shocks. Then I have to Curse on his Sandy Shocks. And I have to recover. It's doing 53. That's a lot. Yeah, now the Sandy Shocks has to come in every time, but I'm losing a lot of recovers. 48. Okay. Good plays on his part. Okay. Oh, he doesn't have Acid Spray. Blessed. Okay. I have to time my recover as well, obviously. I only have one left. Because obviously if I Sludge Bomb's doing 21. Yeah, he pulled it off. Because he should switch the Pex out here. Though he doesn't need to, but he will, yeah. Because the Tusk still has its leftovers, which is big. Should just EQ spam. D-Knights, is it Band Knight? Sorry about all the... No, he just needs to force me to recover one more time so Sandy Shocks can prevail. So yeah, Sandy Shocks is a horrendous matchup for me. Particularly that Terra Fairy set. I literally have nothing for that. There's no counter. And if it has Volt Switch, it's harder because it can pivot out versus my Pex. So I guess they run, whatever they run, this is the second time facing it. So a good learning lesson here is that they don't run Booster. So I'm going to just Typhlosion lead versus it. I Pex lead expecting Booster, but then they never use that. So maybe they just don't run that. Earthquake. I don't know. I'm right outside full switch range, but obviously I have to recover on the shocks, which is gonna be my last one. So, and then he can just go to Tusk EQ, and so yeah, that's game. But I'm proud of how I played the end game. I could have switched on the Cinderace. There are a couple of things I could have done differently. But as I said, the shocks, I'm not really sure. That's like a worst case scenario matchup for such a rare mon. So I'm gonna have to just lead differently versus the shocks. I'm actually really enjoying this session. Games aren't easy. My opponents, fortunately, is one game where there was no. I don't recall there being hacks for that one. So it's just a clean win, which I think was one of the genuine clean wins this entire process. Even the last guy with the Sandy Shocks, he locked. So that was like the first. Okay, we need to adapt for shocks, and if it has Volt Switch now, I know. Okay, I have to position. Yeah, there's just kind of want to face that guy again. Because I now have data I wasn't privy of before. But either way, moving on. My Typhlosion is king here. Terra Watering helps with Goldie. There's several ways to do this. Probably should never Terrapex because of the Volk. Excuse me, Tusk is good for Loom. The Loom is problematic because of the speed tiers that I have. I like Typhlosion a lot. So my worst case scenario, truthfully, is he has a spin, he has 2 spin blockers. Would be like a Tinglu, a mindless Tinglu situation. Oh, Tusk. I did not expect his Tusk. My Tusk is a big issue. Big issue versus him. So what I end up doing is bulking up first. Knock first. Knock first is only better if he's not offensive. But looking at the nature of his team, what am I even gonna win with here? I really want my rocks. I think bulk up. Okay, it's best case. So he knocks first. Excellent. Like if he's not careful, this will sweep him. I'm not gonna sweep him, but you know. So now I get to knock on the. I didn't expect Goldingo. Speed tier wise, he has me beat. Should make it rain here, which is it doesn't matter if he goes to make it rain or not. Shadow Ball won't 2K and I can go for rocks, but I figured he'd have to make it rain there. So that's big. Okay, so now his Loom is tucked. And I should get another kill here if I yawn. If I yawn and Lava Plume, his switching would have to be Polt. Alternatively, I could go to my Tusk hard now. Because Tinglu being weakened is big for. Go to my Tusk card. That does invite Loom though. I think I get more mileage from this. Because it should go Polt. Yeah, and Polt can't kill me. Unless unless it is. He just left. I think he forfeited. I'm not sure. I think he's like he's probably physical Polt. He crit and burn. I didn't want the crit nor the burn. Or I should say I didn't need the crit nor the burn. Okay, so he forfeited, which I get, like the frustration. Well, no, he didn't. He probably just like, you know what was that going through that guy's mind? Bro's been going through it like we've been going through it, man. And it's like the final straw. It's like fuck this shit. That's literally what it is. It just closed the fucking browser. It's like, bruh. Because after the initial kind of like, man, I'm not having any ground here, and then boom, this dude burns my Dragapult. And it was probably physical pull. The way he just forfeited fast. Again, it could also be like, fuck it, like I've just been having a horrible fucking laddering day, so screw him all. This guy's using, no. I saw the Meowscarada and Slowking. I was like, this guy's using my team. You remember the rain, my rain team, but nah, he's not. So Slowking here is a tough matchup for Typhlosion at least, but beyond that, you know, it's fairly fine. Terra Water Guard wins this game, but he has to have Meowscarada and Magnezone, bruh. Yeah, so this is actually a very tough game. Why do I say that? He has a counter for every mon, so even if Garg's gonna be annoying for Garg's sake, but it won't be sweeping very easily because he has a Flower Trick potential or Leaf Storm potential Meowscarada or Trick Meowscarada, and he has a potential Specs Zone or just regular Zone. Pex isn't trapping much because they have Volt Switch, U-Turn, and Chilly Reception. Now, what's interesting is Tusk could wash, bro. Like, Tusk legitimately could just wash, bro. So, I'm going to play a game of very, 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 very slow attrition. Also, my Corviknight can sweep him. Corviknight probably more easily than anything else. I just have to figure out a way to bait his Magnezone to die, more or less, right? And my Pex is very annoying for him to switch into beyond the Slowking, right? So we have those things going for us. I'm going to assume mindless Meowscarada, but if he Slowking leads, it's not the end of the world. He does. Smart boy. The Slowking lead, the downside of the Slowking lead would have been the free rocks that I would have gotten, and would have forced the Tuscan, and you don't want no smoke with this guy. So I'd assume then if Slowking is his initial, then I mean if I go Torkoal on the Chilly Reception, like positionally I'm just in a bind, right? So now what I'll do is Pex first, Thunder Waves. Wow, will that matter? Well, it will matter in the sense that actually, Thunder Waving here is going to be an asset for me. And here's why. That sounds like a Joey thumbnail. And here's why. The reason being, now he Chilly Receptions first. So I'm going to do a Surf here. Oh, wait, Future Sights. Gambit is Corviknightable. Yeah, Torkoal is gonna take a beating this game. But at the very least, I can control what stays. And says Gambit, please hit. Thank you. So the reason this is important is because Future Sight is gonna come next turn, and I can control that the Gambit stays in and not goes Magnezone. So I can take the Katal plus the Future Sight. It's not gonna be pleasant to be at like 50 damn near. But what this does allows for me to pivot to Torkoal. Excellent. I don't mind Tusk coming in. In fact, I'm going to attack the shit out of this Tusk with my Torkoal. It's probably just gonna rocks. I don't burn. I'm going to just attack with the Slowking. I mean with the Torkoal. Actually, I don't see an item, which is good news for my Garg. Attacking Torkoal there wasn't ideal. Honestly, I just expected him to switch up moves. But I don't regret it. Because what the fuck else was I going to do? But it's definitely not an easy situation for me. But as I said, my bulk up Tusk can really have a field day. And so phase 1 is going to involve Typhlosion, Lorna, Slowking. Now I've seen that it's Future Sight, Chilly Reception. Surf may be his other move, but what this allows for me to knock potential the Tusk, Meowscarada, or the Slowking's item off, which is going to pay off long term. One fuck up I had is that I got rid of my rocker. So he surfs, which is big because he doesn't heal, and his Tusk can't heal as far as I can tell. So he has to go to it now, but as far as I can tell, it can't heal. My Tusk is really important though, with his Magnezone alive. But if his Tusk goes down, okay, let's see what occurs here. So he does knock. Am I staring down Meowscarada? Okay, there's the Meowscarada that I've been waiting on. Boy, I wish I was that Terrafire, that young Terrafire. Yeah. Alas, I was a mere morsel. Flower Tricks. Crits. He's banded. He's banded. So now the party has to start. Now the party has to start. Slowking took next to nothing from that. But I need to keep it at a certain range. Should chilly reception, but I can switch. Oh, I crit him there, which is big. So it goes back to Meowscarada. Which forces the U-turn / knock. I am going to give up the Typhlosion. Now I'm putting him in Overgrow, obviously, but he does knock, which is blessed. Because now this allows for me to switch my Grey Tusk in. And my Grey Tusk is actually faster than... So this gets interesting here. What's his Tusk health? This gets real interesting here. Is it Helmet? It is Helmet. Now I'm faster than his Meowscarada. So you can't revenge me that easily. But the fact that my item is gone... 2 EQs kills him. And I'll have to take 1. 2 EQs are better than 1 bulk up into EQ. He does go D-Knight. I didn't expect D-Knight. Well, it never Earthquakes here, but yeah, DD is interesting. It's not interesting, but you know. So this is great positioning because now, well, actually it's better to Earthquake here. Earthquake into potential Tusk. Yeah, Tusk dies. Fuck that Mag. This is what I'm talking about. The fucking Magnezone and the Meowscarada. It's not a great situation for your boy. This is like literally like talk about two talk about two nigh impossible man. Now, to be fair, it's not like my team is, you know, obviously with a Torkoal and a Typhlosion. Typhlosion isn't exactly the best meta pick right now because Pex is around. AV Pex is on every team. So I get that, right? And I don't have the difference between this team and the Inteleon one is my Pelipper had knock, so it would lure AV Pex in, and then Inteleon would just 2-hit KO it after rocks. He goes zone first, which I'm actually really happy about because I know he has to attack me. That's a big turn. That's a big turn. Because now I get to knock the Dragonite's item. The Dragonite is scared to death of my Garganical. He does not want any smoke with that guy. So I'm actually very tempted to bulk up here. Because you don't want me doubling back to Garg. I'm going to bulk up turn 1 because one I won't die. He's slower than me. He Dragon Dances. Okay. I know what I'll do. Now you expect me to fear your Magnezone. But now in defense turn 1, yup. Now I got him. Because now you can't go hard zone. Before he could have. Goes slow king hard, which now gets to free up the zone. Which kills me. If he's faster. Should be faster than a Corviknight. He might Volt Switch. Specs. Shit. Yeah. This is not impossible, bros. This is impossible. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Just one of them matchups, though. Yeah. I don't know what I could have done here. Because I knew it's like stack Slowking, but what can I do about it? What can I do now? Like, it's banned in Meowscarada. I can go should Iron Head, Swords Dances, which I don't know why it would Swords Dance. I've shown bulk up, so he has to go for non-sucker. But now Gar gets for Kata. Even if I didn't get Kata, Miar Scarlet plus D9 wins, plus Magnezone, plus all the things. So yeah, I mean, we just keep trading win for loss. Two really tough matchups. I don't. The team on a neutral matchup, we win most of the time. Sandy Shocks, Zone plus Bandit Me, like that's a nightmare. But it's Slow King too, just counter my fire. So it is what it is. Because what I'm thinking is like I want to grab another one. I'm gonna grab another one. It's gonna be my last one. Gonna make it an hour long. We're gonna make it an hour long. So 1887. This would round us back out at 1800, which seems to be the yo-yo effect. Very cool team. Walking Wake, I need Pex at the utmost for that. Walking Wake is a huge issue. Corviknight for Gambit and D-Knight. And potential Polt, depending on what the Polt is. Terra Water Garg is really problematic for my opponent. Bulk up Tusk too. Bulk up Tusk too. My Typhlosion isn't that good. What I'm gonna end up doing is actually, I didn't expect Bolt, but I was gonna lead Typhlosion. This could be physical. I won't knock it out. No, I won't knock it out. But depending on what his Bolt is. So it's not physical, which is great. Well, it could be GD. But Darts, I knew Darts wouldn't kill me. So this is great. One, he almost put me in Blades, but I think most importantly, I think Glamora can take 3 of these. The point of me Typhlosion leading is for the Glamora. So this is sub Hex stuff. Which Gargoyles? I'm just debating whether or not I want to Tusk on his Glamora here. Let's see how much it takes. Okay, he expects me to switch out. But I was just debating, okay, well, Glamora's coming in. Am I overly concerned about its hazards? Probably. I mean, he lost his spin blocker now, so that's going for me, and I can, because Glamora's run so many things. Okay, goes Gambit with the Fallen One. Very, very interesting Gambit decision for a lot of reasons. Because I go Tusk. Okay. So this must have something to touch me. Because if I spin here, you're done. Because I just spin an Earthquake. So he must be able to one-shot me. Like the way he's playing. Which would be Dazzling Gleam / Energy Ball, which allows Typhlosion to come in. And now I'm in Blaze range and I can Flamethrower. Right. And so Earth Power, so it's Energy Ball. Now from a speed tier standpoint, I don't have the edge. Energy Ball. I'm very tempted to Tusk. Tempted to Tusk? Tempted to Tusk. That's funny. Energy Ball would not KO my Tusk unless he Terras. And then I'd be able to Earthquake. I'm a bluff that I'm max speed. Okay. And now I can absorb the T-Spot. The reason I took that damage is because I have Iron Defense Corvi for his Iron Defense Corvi, and because I figured this would be. So I'm Earthquaking every time. He gets another special attack boost, which sucks, but so it's the equivalent of +2 right now. But yeah, and hopefully I survive. What plus? It's not exactly +2. Okay, excellent. That's perfect. Because I get to spin. No, I don't need to spin. I just rocks. I know Walking Wake's coming in. He gets a plus special attack boost, so I actually helped him out, which is super funny to me. It's Terra Dragon. I haven't Terra'd yet. Things aren't looking good, but I'll be fine. Fiery Dance Psychic. He doesn't have Sludge Wave. Plus special attack, obviously, you're going to want to stay into attack. And if it's Specs, like I'm thinking it is, then his Walking Wake is dead. If it's not Specs, then I'm about to get Hydro Steam to Oblivion. So I have to time this very properly, because I need the Iron Defense my Corviknight at the right time. Because what I'm going to end up doing is stalling out the Sun turns. So Sludge Bomb, oh yeah, it's not. Okay. Notice I never get a fucking poison on this dusty ass looking so I'm really glad I went for Sludge Bomb instead. Now I could still lose. Guard Cursing wins probably. Whoo! Whoa, the rolls, boy. Because what's going to happen is he goes Moth first. I'm actually glad he went Moth instead of Gambit. That might do it for me. Because he's agility. He's hoping to get the special attack raise. I guess if he gets it, he gets it, right? Like, why would I... No, but Garg would have to take it from full. I can take a +1 energy ball, but... Did he already Terra? He ate Terra'd. So, what would be the best case here? Yeah, just Fiery Dance. He doesn't get the boost, which is blessed. Now I can just Earthquake here. I know he has the ball, but the thing is, if he goes Gambit, I'm going to Salt Cure the Gambit. He goes D-Knight first. This could be Encore Knight. So what would he do? Curse. If he's Encore Knight or Fire Punch Knight, I'd be in a bind. What's my best player? If I Curse first, it is Encore Knight. Shit. Yeah, I lose. Yeah, I lose. It's Encore Fire Punch. This is what Encore Fire Punch Earthquake, or is it no? Damn. If that's the case, then what? Yeah, that's it, bros. Well, we learned a lot in this motherfucker, because I didn't even know this was a set sequence. Fire Punch Dragon Claw, so that's something I need to be considerate of in the future. We played pretty well. I don't think... What could I have done? I could have Salt Cured... What did I Earthquake the Moth, right? I don't know if Salt Cure would have killed the Moth, truth be told. And I needed Garganical alive. So maybe I could have... No... well, how much did Energy Ball do to my Garg? Did 52. Yeah, nah. I think I executed how I was supposed to. What, I should have scouted for non-Earthquake D-Knight? I don't know. But yeah, good game. We're gonna switch teams tomorrow. And yeah, the one upside is that one, it wasn't tax, which I don't mind losing if it's not tax, because it's just the opponent did what he needed to do to win. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so now I'm aware of Encore Dragon Claw Fire Punch. As you see, all the Dragonites we've beaten tend to be Earthquake, Terra Normal, things of that nature. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. I enjoyed it, truth be told. And we're gonna switch to a different team. Typhlosion and Teleon did their thing, but it wasn't enough. So yeah, on to the next one. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the series, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.